Hi guys, so in this lesson we're going to extend the architecture that we had before. We're basically just adding the simple notification service to it, but this is how the end-to-end architecture looks. We have a user. The user is going to send a message to an SNS topic. What's going to happen then is the SNS topic is actually subscribed to an SQS queue. So that notification goes into the SQS queue. And then from SQS, we have our Lambda function with our event source mapping, which we created before. So that's going to then process that message and then actually write that message to CloudWatch. So let's head over to the console and build this out. On the AWS Management Console, let's head down to Application Integration and find the simple notification service. And what we're going to do here is create a topic. Now we had one from earlier in the course, but we're going to create a new topic. I'm just going to call this SNS to SQS, and I can leave the display name as it is. We don't need encryption. We don't need to modify the access policy or anything. We just literally create the topic. So that's created. Now we go back over to SQS and we need to configure SQS as a subscriber to our SNS queue. So this is the publisher. The publisher is actually in this case going to be us. We're going to publish a message. And then it's going to get delivered to SQS because SQS is the subscriber to the topic. So back in SQS, let's head into our queue, and under SNS subscriptions, let's subscribe to Amazon SNS topic. And we can see we have a couple of topics here, and we want the one that's SNS to SQS, and then click on save. And that's it. Let's head back to SNS now, and we're going to publish our message. So in SNS, I'm going to click on publish message. The subject is going to be send message to CloudWatch logs, and I'm going to type this message has been sent from SNS via SQS, and then let's just click on publish message. So now that whole process should be initiated. What should happen is the message goes to the topic, the queue will receive the message because it's subscribed to the topic, Lambda will process the message because of the event source mapping, and then the event gets written to CloudWatch logs. So I'm in CloudWatch logs now. Let's click on refresh. And we've got a couple of extra events. And if we come down and let's just expand these events. So let's have a look at this one here. Let's move to the next one. Here we go. So this one here, we can see this is the information that was sent from SNS. So everything in here is a bunch of JSON. So this is JavaScript object notation, and it's key value pairs. And you can see we've got the topic ARN, which is the Amazon resource name for the topic. We've got the subject, which is send message to CloudWatch logs. And then we've got the message. This is this message has been sent from SNS via SQS. And it gives us some more information. So you can imagine you can write your application so that it sends information like this from one application to another using an SNS topic. And this is just a simple example of that. So that's it for this exercise. Very simple, but it shows you the power of being able to use these tools. Now, in terms of cleaning up, what I'm going to do is go back to SQS. SQS queues are charged, so I'm going to delete my queue. Now, AWS Lambda is not going to cost you anything as long as you're not actually running the functions. And in the free tier, you've got so much usage that you're not going to pay anything. But if you want to, you can simply come in and then just delete your function. And let's clean up this other one. The same thing with SNS. You're not going to pay anything unless you're sending messages, and there's a free tier allocation as well. But if you want to go and clean up, you can easily come back in and just delete your topics as well. So that's it for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. And we've really just scratched the surface in the capabilities of some of these applications that you can run on AWS. But I'm hoping that you're getting an idea now of the power of AWS and the benefits of AWS. And you've got some skills now that you can use to do some really exciting stuff.